welcome back to another episode of the Overly Involved Pod. I'm your host, Kayla.
I'm your other host, Kat.
And today's episode is just the two of us.
Woohoo!
Woo. And if you read the clipboard, but if you're listening, our episode today is talking about social media. And as I feel like children of the social media era,
Very much so.
we grew up right into it. We have so much to talk about. So getting straight into it, as we always begin, childhood. First, what was your first social media and how old were you?
My first social media was Instagram. And I think I got it in 5th grade because there's a story with it. When I was in my 5th grade English class, we had to write a letter, or persuasive letter. And I wrote a letter to my parents asking them for a phone. And we had to give 3 different reasons why. I think I gave some because I was at school really late because of cheerleading, because I was a cheerleader back in the day. And it was just, to my point, I think easier to have a phone, just communicate with my parents. And then I was like, I want to get social media. And they were like, okay, but don't post anything inappropriate on it. I was like, okay, cool. And here we are.
Valid.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm assuming, I think it was also 5th grade, and I think it also was Instagram, because I had an iPod Touch, so I was able to, download the app and just do it. But I was so, I don't think I posted anything, crazy. I don't think I either I didn't post much or anything, honestly. I don't even remember.
You know what's crazy to think about?
What?
How different Instagram looked.
The fact that I remember when it was just the photos and it'd be the brown and the colorful. I kind of like when they updated
and the bottom
app.
was blue.
Yeah, I like when they updated the app
icon.
Yeah, because I think it looked a lot more cleaner. I like how Instagram looks now than before, because I thought it just looked very chunky.
It feels so nostalgic though.
Oh,
well, no.
Okay.
Also, part of my hatred towards it, not hatred, just something I don't like is, I don't know if this would have been different had they not changed the layout of the app, but just the ads and just it just feels like a lot of clutter on my Instagram.
The minute they did the where they remember the big shock when Instagram came out that they weren't going to do chronological order for posts,
yes,
and that it was just going to be random.
Yeah,
everyone lost their minds over it because it was no one will see our post, which is true. There's certain times where I swear I've never seen a post till 3 months later. It's very even my Explore page the last few months have been so delayed. I swear I get things from 2022. I recently just got Vanessa Hudgens. Yeah, Vanessa Hudgens, and a picture with Austin Butler, who broke up. She's married to another man. She's pregnant. She's living her best life.
They broke up? Who's she married to now?
A baseball player, babe.
We learned this the first episode. I do not keep up with this stuff.
But anyways, I'm getting a post about their relationship, them celebrating I don't know, an anniversary, and I'm they broke up years ago, and I'm seeing this post literally a month ago.
That's crazy. I have the opposite experience with my Explore page. My Explore page is at least right now, very current with with stuff. I think. I hope.
You're looking at it now.
I am. Yeah.
Or do you ever get that weird thing where they do any all aesthetic? You get these random nature photos all of a sudden for 2 seconds.
This isn't Pinterest. Refresh. This is Instagram.
True. That's valid. No, that always weirded me out because I'm I don't want to follow any of those people. No offense, but I'm I don't need to see this. But I mean, I think Instagram was I feel every generation has the app that's their app, and I feel before us was Facebook, and before that was Tumblr.
Yes, Tumblr. MySpace was another.
MySpace. I think MySpace. I was thinking.
Tumblr also had its era.
This is so bad. Does Tumblr still exist?
It does. I have a Tumblr.
Why?
I don't use it.
What's it for? What is said Tumblr? I'm gonna have to
It's I don't really know how. It's the same thing as Instagram and Twitter. You can post most people use it for stories and stuff like that. That's how my sister uses it for different universes. I don't know, whatever. I don't really use it.
Yeah, interesting. No, because so we were Instagram. I think the generation after us was
I feel there's Snapchat.
Snapchat was also. Oh, I remember. Streaks.
Do you remember when you like went on vacation or something like that and you asked somebody to take over your streaks for you, you like gave them your password and everything like that. And it was like a big honor when someone asked you to take over their streaks.
I remember people would be like, sorry guys, if I don't answer your streaks, I'm on vacation.
Like, streaks, don't hit me up.
Yeah, like I am not a fan of streaks. I think they're so dumb. I don't understand. I never like them. I don't do streaks. People send me and I'll keep up with it, but I'm not like and now they start the thing where you can pay to like restore your streak for like
what is it with this stuff I have to pay for more? Like, it's social media.
Like, it used to be free. Why would I pay for
exactly.
it? I don't need to restore a streak. Ain't that serious?
It's not.
It's so dumb. There's another one. Didn't they change their icon? Like
Snapchat?
Yeah, I think they had.
They didn't change the icon. They just changed the layout of the app like multiple times. Like the chat section that used to be green. And then I can't remember what like the stories section used to be. Also, stories being on every app is headache inducing.
I'm not gonna say I don't know what I was trying to say in that sentence, but ignore that. But I feel like my favorite is Instagram stories. It was my all-time favorite.
I do like Instagram stories.
Them. Again, I have like Snapchat muted and everything. Like I do not read Snapchat stuff till like hours afterwards. And I get it that you have like even though you can do private stories on Instagram.
I love my private. Wait. Oh no, you're close friends.
Close friends, yeah. I thought you were about to ask if I was on it. I don't know. Because I don't realize, like, because it, like, blends in with everything else, so you don't, like, pay attention. But for Snapchat, like, I just am not a fan of Snapchat. I think it's so dumb. I don't like how, like, it tells you if you post something from your camera roll. I understand that, like, the whole point of it's supposed to be, like, in the moment. You're snapping it. It's that big thing. But I also feel like I totally understand if you don't want to necessarily post something right away because of, like, safety. I don't know. But Instagram, you can post whenever you want.
Yeah.
I post all the time. I delay, especially when I'm like doing something fun. I'll take a bunch of pictures and decide afterwards.
The only reason I don't like do the whole like streaks, like all that other stuff. I just like Snapchat people like once a day or something like that. The only reason I won't get rid of Snapchat is because I have memories from like 2015 and like I can't get rid of that. And there's not enough storage on my phone to keep it all there.
That's why I love Snapchat, is purely for the like getting reminded, like, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, like, I just got a thing from, like, our sophomore years when our dining hall got an ice cream machine. Very big deal. It's not great ice cream, but anyways. And we, like, I, for some reason, took a video of that moment because that was so important. But I got reminded of that today, and it made me giggle because I'm like, it's so dumb. But
today, mine was, I think the date for my graduation came out of high school. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm graduating June 6th, 2020. And I was like, sorry, you're not. And it was like another one that's like, oh my God, Sacred Heart's my dream school. Like, I'll literally like tweak if I don't go there. Like,
that's crazy. No, yeah, I have all those, and like seeing them, it's so like some of them are so old to like middle school, and I'm like, oh, middle school Kayla with those filters, with the dog filter,
with the oh my God, the one that had like the rainbow coming out of your mouth.
Yes.
Yeah,
kind of iconic.
Yeah.
But I feel like that. Yeah, that Snapchat is probably one of my least favorite apps. That I feel like that, and again, this has kind of died down. But Be Real, I think Be Real's so dumb.
Yeah, it's become dumb.
Like, it's a cool concept. I just don't get how if people still do it. But now they got a bunch of heat because now there's like celebrities, you can follow them. But the whole point was supposed to be like you're being real. There's no like. I didn't have Be Real. I don't have
another
Be Real,
one you have to pay for.
Anything.
I think no, you don't. But they updated it so you could upload like 3 Be Reels a day. But you get one notification. Like, that doesn't make sense.
That's always the issue, is that like all these apps are competitors, so like they're gonna be similar and they're gonna try to like beat their competitor, which makes it annoying because sometimes you just like the app and just keep it as is, but you do have to grow at some point.
It's another one I'm just keeping for the memories. There's stuff from Ireland on there.
Oh, they like save it. I don't have Be Real, but I also like didn't like the pressure of having to like take a photo right in that moment. So I'm like half the times I am like in pajamas. Like no.
There's one of I remember last spring, there was 1 week consistently. It would be when we were like in bed, like or like just in our room doing nothing. It just like in my opinion came out at the worst times. But there's also like. When it came out, when we were, like, on top of the Eiffel Tower and we had, like, champagne in our hand, like, that was, like, dope. Really dope. Like, it had, like, perfect timing.
No, yeah, there's definitely some people who got some cool ones, but I just don't see the purpose in my life to have it. So, yeah, what's your least favorite? What's your least favorite?
I don't think I say Snapchat. I just don't see a purpose for it anymore. But
you like grow out of it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much like I feel like how like it's so funny how people view different social medias. Like Facebook used to be such a big thing, but now like I feel like I view it as like a. I don't even have any followers. I purely have it just to read like these different groups because I think some of them are like the family Facebook groups that are like the families of your school, and they're like going crazy about such random things. I feel like that for me is I live for the drama that has nothing to do with me.
I just have it now for
family
for that, and also for my class next year at Duke, because we have our own Facebook group.
I feel like people only have it to meet, but now they start doing meet your like classmates on Instagram where you like DM their photo and like about you and they post it on this Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I've seen this for like undergrad, not for like grad school.
I don't like that. I think having it on Facebook is like
because then you
good.
Have, like, I guess like it's nice because then like that person like you can I don't know. It is weird. Like you get to pick how you. I guess. How I view like at least Facebook, it's immediately posted typically, unless like I said to like approve it. But you get to like do it your way. I feel like Instagram is like you can't be as creative as like you could. Not that you could be that creative on Facebook, but I feel like Facebook is more tame than Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just realized that I feel so old that they're like getting they still have Facebook groups, but now they're moving towards more like Instagram groups. I'm like that's crazy. Like
that was only like 4 years ago. Oh my god, we were in a Facebook group looking for roommates. Crazy.
I didn't get a Facebook till end of freshman year when I need to find roommates for sophomore year. Like that's the only reason I have Facebook. That's right crazy. Now. My photos from when I'm 17. Like my photos. So old.
Facebook's another one that's like keeps memories of like when you post stuff. So like.
No. I don't post anything, so I don't have that.
But
yeah. I feel like do you have like a favorite app that you like to stalk people on in like a healthy no, it's gonna be creepy either way, and like you ever like think of a person that maybe you went to high school with, or maybe that like you see in passing and you're just like, what are they doing in life?
I have two.
You go, because I only
Instagram and LinkedIn.
I say LinkedIn's my number one. Like I mean, I'm like guilty of that. There's so much information on my LinkedIn that you could fully just
me too
stalk me, but hopefully no one will and does. But
I purely like my friends from high school always tell me this, like if you give me someone's name, I can find them on Instagram. I'm like the FBI friend.
Yeah.
I can find their VSCO, where they went to high school, what sport they played, when they graduated, who their boyfriend is, who their ex-boyfriend was.
I have to put like a little like thing being like we do not condone stalking on social media.
We don't.
But I also feel like if you're gonna like I remember taking all those like social media safety classes in like elementary, middle school. That, like, you shouldn't put your real name. You shouldn't put your age. Like I know like I go back and forth on Instagram being private or not. Like I'm mostly private most of the time, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I want this business to see me. Like let me win a prize or like you know what I mean. So like I feel like you need to be public for that. But what?
I'm trying to think because I had to switch my account. I'm not sure if I put it back to private. I did.
I put it on private.
I put it back to private.
An interesting follow, and I'm like, oh, I do not want that person to follow me, so I'm gonna go on private. But I feel like LinkedIn, there's so many people who aren't private because the whole point is like getting people to like notice you, and then people put their whole like education stuff, and I feel like I'm at that stage where I'm just so curious what people are doing for career, so I'm like, I need to look.
And
at
then
LinkedIn.
they post like this cool announcement that's like, I just got a job with like the White House, and it's like, when did you do that? Like,
for sure. No, there's some crazy. I'm like, wait, didn't you major in this or didn't they major in that?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that totally makes sense that they're doing that. But
also LinkedIn's kind of, again, I don't condone stalking. It's kind of made for it. Like, seriously. I don't know if that's the right phrase, but
like I think you're not really like pretty sure I have like my hometown, my like phone number, and like not that many people watch this podcast, but now that you guys know that how to get that information. But I also like I get it, like it's for like you're trying to get a job. Like I don't know if anyone takes it into an extreme. Hopefully, I hope no one's been stalked on LinkedIn seriously, like in a scary way, I guess. But
yeah.
I just reached 500 plus connections. Yes, it was a goal of mine. It took me forever. But now I have the thing where like I feel like everyone that I'm connected to goes to our school, so it's just like filled with so much shoe stuff, which is great. But I don't know if that's like good or not. Like I don't know if I'm supposed to have like a more diverse like following.
Don't worry, you'll hear one thing in 1 year, and then like 2 years later they'll be like, I don't know what I was trying to say. I feel like people switch their opinions on like how you should run your social media like every day.
Well, the funny thing is like, so LinkedIn, I went to a conference a few weeks ago and I sat in a presentation about LinkedIn photos, and it was the most interesting thing because not that they're like a photography company. I'm pretty sure it's like what their thing is or their company is. And they literally talked about how, what's your perfect headshot? It should be no background. It should be just you wearing something professional, which is
no
fair.
Background. Where are you supposed to be? Outer space?
Like no, like a black or white background, like a simple background. Like it shouldn't be busy. And like my current and like you should update it as soon as like you can. And they literally had to like say that you were going to this or not. So they had a little bit of a head time, and they literally picked someone from a crowd beforehand and put their LinkedIn on the PowerPoint.
Did you get picked?
No. Oh my god, no. I don't think my LinkedIn's pretty like good overall. Like my photo, I like my photo, but they're like picking apart the things that I don't like. It was like, oh, background, which her background was like blurry or something. I'm like, I feel like you can have a blurry background and just as long as you're the focus. I understand not a full body shot like you want a headshot, but so and then we just did headshots for, I'm on like the school newspaper, so we just did like headshots for that. I don't know if I'm going to use that one, but I still like the one because we got it professionally done our sophomore year.
Did.
So like that's been my LinkedIn photo. I feel like LinkedIn photos are so interesting. Like you can't do a selfie.
No.
There's a lot of like how to keep it professional. What like you should keep this, the LinkedIn thing I went to, it literally said that your bio should be able to read without hitting see more. Like it should be that short, which mine is not, so I have to fix that.
Let me shorten mine.
But like it's like those little things that matter. But like you're right, it just like every social media how you should like post has changed.
Because I feel like I've also heard your bio should include like highlight 2 things that like you've been a part of. Now it's got to be like 2 sentences long.
Well, I just can't like, I don't know how much it is before you have the see more thing, but yeah,
that's kind of whack.
But I feel like that's just, again, like it's just like the world changing is how we view different social medias, and I feel like LinkedIn's LinkedIn. It's always gonna be like very important. I feel like it's crazy. Like I now as I'm gotten older, think it's crazy people don't have LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand there's certain maybe careers that you don't necessarily need LinkedIn, like, but I think it's always good because one, you stay connected to people. I feel like it's a good way to stay connected, especially to like college acquaintance.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's interesting to see what they're doing, and like maybe if you want to change careers you can because you have all these connections and you're able to see like different jobs and what your friends are doing.
I always make fun of my sister Megan, no offense, I know you watch this. She doesn't have LinkedIn, and I'm like, I always yell at her. I'm like, I love LinkedIn. Like I think it's like,
it's fun. Honestly,
like my dad got me hooked on it. I'm like, whoa, this is great. And then last spring,
often, but I love it.
Remember last spring I went on like a tirade.
Yeah.
I was like trying to like connect with people. Like LinkedIn was the only thing I had open on my laptop. Yeah. And when I reached 500 plus last spring, I was like, oh my god, like. I
like how we made that into like a big thing, like hitting.
Yeah.
It's like an influencer. Once
and I'm like,
500,
yeah,
you're like famous.
And I always like, I don't berate her, but I berate my sister on like, you need LinkedIn, like even if like you don't use it, like it's just good to have those connections and like people you can reach out to.
And it's just like a fun, like more professional, like you're not like seeing some like Facebook's where you're getting that crazy family story from like this random group that's on Facebook, and it's like silly. Like I love getting the like going into TikTok now, like going into that side of it, but I love looking at like the ones that like read these Facebooks like message, like it's a photo being like I'm so in love, and then you read the comments like that literally is your uncle, and then it's like he's my step uncle, not real uncle, like they're divorced, like it ain't that serious, and it's like them fighting, and it's just this girl like saying the whole story. It's so silly. And then you have like the guy, I haven't seen his videos recently, but he likes to do videos of like Facebook mom, and he literally does it as she's typing. It's like, my sweet Jimmy John has gone off to college. And
is this on TikTok?
I think so. He probably has
I've
real
never
too.
seen that.
Yeah, but I feel like now going towards more like, I feel like recent, like we talked about B-roll, which is probably like the most recent social media that's been created, but we've TikTok.
Skipped over TikTok.
Well, I feel like we got if like you can't go into TikTok without mentioning Musical.ly.
Oh my god, Musical.ly.
That was I love Musical.ly.
What an era.
Sorry,
He's like, why do girls love to do that pose?
I know. Oh look. Oh wait, no. It's. Oh my god, what was the song? I said, oh wait.
I said, hola, ¿cómo está? She said, konnichiwa. I said, party my fridge. I don't know the rest.
Anyway, like I remember doing that. Like I thought those were so. I ate that up.
Do you remember Vine?
Do what? I guess that was honestly kind of forgot till you brought it up because I didn't have. I think I had Vine for like a day before like it got taken down.
But it was like a big deal when it went away.
I would kind of bum like, and I think like now it's heading towards more of like Vine vibes of TikTok. Like I feel like Musically was separate from Vine. Like Musically was just music. Like you were just doing music sounds.
Yeah.
There's no. Maybe there was dancing, but I got a lot of the mouthing of like lip syncing rather than like doing dialogue. But again, it's mouthing, not you actually doing it. Where then I feel like TikTok, again, they rebranded, became what it is now. But then you're now leading towards people do skits. And like, I'm going to be honest, there's some Viners, I did not get the humor. Like the weird skit ones that were like overly dramatic or like overacting. And
I had Vine for all of like 2 days, and it was like the day before
but don't you see old Vines now? I see old Vines all the time. Like there's some like, oh, you made me drop my croissant, like or
Stop!
I freaking love that.
What?
I freaking love that.
What are you saying?
I freaking love that.
Chris, is that a weed? I'm calling the police.
I mean, there's probably so many other good ones that road work ahead. I sure hope it does. Like
I still reference that.
But like. Those are like the classic moment, and I think like it's a bummer it's no longer existing, but I think it also creates like a fun like look back on.
Yeah.
Like, and now it's all on TikTok because people post them, but I was never into like Lily Pons onto like or like that her friends. Like remember there was like a Vine apartment. They all lived in this one apartment complex in like California and LA, I think.
They all lived in California.
No, but
and how they got there was like a mystery to me.
But they all lived in like this apartment complex. It was like the Vine apartments. Like they literally was like
Wait, I don't think we're thinking of the same group.
Lily Pons and all her friends. I don't know any of their.
It was all girls, or was it girls and guys?
It was. No, they didn't all live in one apartment. It was like they lived in multiple. But all
like
they all moved into this complex that became like a Vine main location. I don't know, but I just like I like the genuinely funny one, not the overskit ones that were like I don't like, and they still kind of post them, and I don't get them. Like, no offense, they're not watching this or listening, but if you are, cool, but sorry. But yeah, so I love TikTok. I think it's very bad for the future. Like, I feel like I watch it and I can't stop scrolling. I think it's more like a satisfaction where you can just scroll. Not like Instagram, you can scroll, but you gotta like the comments are hidden. Like you can easily like it's just a very easy app to like view a lot of content in a very short period of time.
It has dwindled my attention span though.
Oh, I know. I hate it. The amount of times
down the drain.
I have like this is so bad, but I will have like TikTok in the background, not even listening. I just like scrolling and like doing things like brushing my hair, brushing my teeth. Gotta watch TikTok. It's so bad. Like we try to do the whole. We put like passwords in each other's phones so we know each other.
Do you still have that?
I have it on.
We can't
okay. Turn it off until.
No, yeah.
At some point we need to. But
I don't know if you like just figured out a few passwords. You just put them in here.
No, not that. I don't want to like lock my phone and lock TikTok forever. But so like once you hit, and obviously our like time limit is very long. Like it's not like an hour.
Oh yeah,
no,
yeah.
How long you should spend? It's like 3 hours, which again too much time. But
I need it for like enrichment time. Like
we're trying to hold each other accountable because like for me, I would just type in the password if I knew the password. Like. So, like, I don't know a password, you don't know a password to your... Nope. So, like, we would have to ask each other. Like, the amount of times I had to ask her to give me 5 more minutes. Because I'm like, I need 5 more minutes. I'm in the middle of a story. And, like... but also there is a way to cheat it. Because if you just say, like, ignore it for today, it literally goes back.
Yeah.
So...
I've never gotten that, though. The one time I went over the limit, it didn't give me the option to ignore it for the day.
Oh.
So that's what... It was the day it was over winter break. It was, like, the first day we were home. I was just aimlessly scrolling on TikTok, and then it was like, you reached your limit. I was like, oh, man.
That's how
and then I went to Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to set a limit for Instagram soon.
That's the thing, is like Instagram's just becoming all these apps in one, which is, again, why I like Instagram's just a good... And it has, like, at first, everyone gets to know, like, Reels are very much behind. Like, I will literally get a version of a TikTok I got, but, like, weeks after. Like, it's so behind. But I still watch them casually, because I also like DMing people them. Like, I know you can... DM on TikTok, but there's something about a good Instagram reel that like you need to send. But But I like TikTok. I think it's bad for the future, but I think it's entertaining. So like,
When did you get on TikTok?
Oh, I have
at first.
Well, again, I am the type of person which I was just talking the other day with someone how like social medias again are also different because there's certain accounts where you need your profile, you need a bio, you need to be posting.
You were talking to me about this.
Oh, thought it was Alana. So
Nope.
Oh, that's silly. Well, I was talking about you like for TikTok. I didn't have a real profile till a few weeks ago. Like I didn't have a real picture. I had a fake username. Now it's like kind of more legit. I don't have like followers or anything. But then you have like LinkedIn needs to be you. Like you can't really have a fake one.
I hope.
Instagram, like I feel like so I had it like 5th grade, then I like weirdly deleted it, and then I kind of had it towards the end of high school, but didn't really post until like I was in college. Yeah. Like, but like that one, you kind of feel like if you want to like actually connect, you really need followers, and you need to get that like have content. Where like. Yeah, and I feel like YouTube, I think it's my name, but like I think it's only my name because I have projects where I have to put it on YouTube and I need them to know it's me. So like I never really cared, but like I don't have a profile, like I'm not going to do anything. I don't care I have subscribed. Like I feel like I used to be so anxious about like followers. Like I love that you can hide likes. That was the greatest thing Instagram could have done. And part of the reason was because of like the social pressure of like getting likes, and I love that you can hide it for everything. And like I don't know if this was real or like am I making this up, but like I think they were talking about even getting rid of like having a follower account, like being able to
that was in talks for a little bit, or like you
which
couldn't see like, something about the follower.
Like there's such a social media anxiety that like it entails, and I feel like one of the things was like I love that you can hide likes, so that's when I started posting more because I'm like, oh, people can't see how many people like it. That makes me feel a lot better. And like I feel like we're stuck in like a world where you feel like you need to compare yourself, which you shouldn't, but it happens. So that's another reason why I liked Instagram, because they kind of, again, developed to kind of meet the needs that society has, which is why I want to post more on it. So that's why I feel like you need to be you. But like YouTube, no one cares if you have a subscriber. TikTok, no one's gonna hunt you down on TikTok. No one stalks on TikTok, like mostly because you can see who stalks you. Like that. Yeah. That's a bad. Like you can turn it off. I turned mine off now.
Like I don't like that feature.
Randomly, and I never know. I'm like, oh, good to know.
Oh, great.
But that's kind of what I feel is like the perfect.
I agree.
Social media is like ones that recognize the problem.
I loved hearing that from the communications thing.
Oh yeah, like as someone who wants to feature in social media for other accounts, not my own, I feel like that is like also someone who's like very much into like mental health awareness. It's cool to see how.
That's my sweet president.
Yeah, like they how like social media present yourself. Like I feel like what has TikTok done to help prevent, like, do you have any TikTok challenges have brought people to the hospital, like children? Recently, I didn't read the article.
Like Vine challenges too back in the day. The cinnamon challenge. Do you remember that?
I remember that. People went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember the Tide Pod?
Yes.
Was that TikTok?
That was TikTok.
That was wild, guys.
Was that in 2020?
I feel like it was, 2019.
Maybe.
I felt like it would have been a COVID thing where people were at home.
Yeah.
Oh, I should eat a Tide Pod.
Yeah.
Don't eat a Tide Pod. But I for sure and I'm so confused on the whole like banning TikTok and not banning TikTok. Like I feel like it's always.
What's going on with that? I mean, we don't need to take a deep dive into it, but like.
I'm not educated in that, but well, it's not passed. Like, it has to go through the whole branch. I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. I love singing that song, but I feel like it's going through that process. So it's not real until it's real, and like. And
I will enjoy it until then.
Well, I would say it's also because it's like a China-based company, which I'm not gonna get into because I honestly don't know the logistics of it. So I feel like I could be completely wrong, and I might be wrong.
The other thing that TikTok has done that I'm like has like sucked me into it more.
Yeah.
Is do you ever get? I mean, you definitely get this, but two things actually. One is like the movies that like are shows that are on TikTok.
And then I get stuck having to look it up and find the whole.
I get the same episodes of Chicago Med, SVU. Grey's Anatomy, which I've seen before. I haven't gotten SVU yet, but TV shows recently I've gotten Victorious, and what's the other show? I used to get Young Sheldon a lot.
I've gone Young Sheldon,
which I want to watch Young Sheldon now. I'm not a Big Bang Theory person.
No, seriously. Well, that's the thing is, like, I think looked up so many random movies, like, Wikipedia to get the full, like, movie. Because I'm like, I need to know the ending. And it's so annoying when they don't post. And it's like,
why are you leaving me hanging?
Yeah, and they do the chop, boy, it's been 12 minutes. Or, like, if you see those comments.
Yeah.
And they never post. And, like, the amount of 911 episodes I've been stuck on.
That's the other one.
Yeah, I have had to look up so many episodes. Like, literally last night, I got an SVU episode on my TikTok, and I've been watching SVU as, like, binge watching. And it's a season that I'm not there yet. But I'm like, oh, I need to know. And I looked it up and watched the whole episode last night because I just was so, like, it was killing me not to know.
Yeah. And the other thing is, those, like, Reddit posts with, like, Minecraft parkour in the background.
I love a good game with, like, a reading or
yes.
like, an episode while they're playing a game because
yes.
And now I developed a thing where I literally will play an app while watching TV. It's so bad. Like, it's not, and I'm not good at multitasking, so I'm not paying attention to one of those. Like, either I'm really bad at the game or I'm not watching the episode. I'm missing everything. So it's a hit or miss. But is there, like, what's one thing you wish apps had, like any social media?
Ooh.
I know, really, really hard question. Really, well, I don't even know. I can't even answer that.
Turning.
Like, there's so much.
I wish more apps got on the whole. I wish more apps were more, like, not self-aware, but, like, have, like, more mental health, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like how features? Instagram hided the likes and stuff like that. Yeah. I wish, like, more apps had that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would do that, but, like, I don't really know.
It's hard. Like, it's hard to find the fine line of, like, being a genuine, like, because some of them pride themselves on being, like, get to be your authentic self. Like, Snapchat, you can't really I mean, maybe you can, but, you know, posting on Snapchat, it's really you unless you have that camera roll thing, and, like, there's things I feel like they could do better. I mean, like, but I feel like Instagram's, like, one of the bigger ones. Like, TikTok. Like, there's definitely some. TikTok's problem is that there's really bad, like, trends that get out of hand. That, like, needs to be, like, looked at and seen as, like, oh, maybe this is a problem. And, like, maybe there's a way to, like, fix it in a way. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But,
what about you?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard because I feel like this is actually one social media we didn't talk about, Twitter turning into X.
Oh my gosh, Twitter! I
don't use Twitter that often, but the fact that you can pay to be verified is so dumb.
It is.
It defeats the whole purpose. Can we get rid of that? Like I can literally pay to be verified, and I do not have that many followers. Like, that's so dumb. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You should earn it. Like, you shouldn't have to.
It's like paying for followers on Instagram.
That you really shouldn't do that because you then would have to pay for people to like your post. Like, the issue is like attraction of your account. So, like, paying for followers doesn't work. Like, they're just following you. It doesn't mean anything. It's just like a visual thing, nothing else. But so I would say getting rid of that because then you also like this is a question I've never like truly looked into, but like could you get verified if you use like a celebrity like catfish? Like, could you?
Probably. I think I have seen like fake celebrity accounts that are verified. And particularly on X.
And I forget that like you can pay for it. Sometimes I'm like, how is this person verified? Like, they don't do it, and then I'm like, wait, they fully probably paid for it. Like, there's no way it's.
You know what I don't get about X now?
Formerly known as Twitter.
Formerly. Is because it used to be Twitter. You'd say like, oh, I tweeted this or I retweeted this. You can't say I X'd it. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I just think the continuity of it needs to be better.
Big word. No, that was so dumb. Sorry.
It was.
No, I'm not sorry. You're not listening either. But like, it just because now every article I've ever read in the last like months to this day has to put X, formerly known as Twitter, in parentheses. Like it's like. I feel at this point, and I get it because it's more recognizable. Like, I don't think anyone's gotten used to saying X. Like, oh, are you on X? That sounds like a drug. Like,
it does.
Are you doing, like, I don't know. And you're right. Like, what do you, like, I think people still say, I'm going to tweet this out.
Yeah.
It's not. But I also feel like people, like, Twitter's another one that has, like, their own people where I feel like it's more, like, that one, in my eyes, get like it's like a political one. Like I feel like only like crazy political stuff happens.
Really, I don't use X, formerly known as Twitter, for
No, I not.
Oh
not,
yeah,
like,
no,
not for
yeah.
your own, but I feel like every candidate, anything big, has been tweeted out, and like I think it's nice because I know a lot of like government type things use it to like let like news out quicker. So like I understand that, but I don't think it's not an app that I feel like young people need to be on. Like I don't know. That's just like again my view. Like especially with the rebranding, it's like why rebrand it?
Yeah. Just make it. No, don't make a new app. I'm sick of all these new apps. Because then you feel the pressure to get the new app. Like,
well, yeah.
I fell into it with Be Real. Someone like said one thing to me. I was like, I gotta get it.
Yeah. I'm shocked I didn't get it. I think because
I really thought you were so close to getting it.
It got I guess when we were in Ireland, because it like when we studied abroad, it did seem cool because I'm like, well, we're doing more cool things. But the minute I get home, I'm not doing that much every day. Like that's like I would have to feel like I would have to do cool stuff to like keep up, and I know that's probably not true, and that's just like my own anxiety. But also like, I think it's just like was one of those things where I'm like, I don't. The concerns outweighed the like pleasure of doing it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. That sounds kind of weird.
No, yeah.
Like,
I getcha.
yeah. But yeah, did you say what your favorite app was? I talked about Instagram. So
it's a tie between like Instagram and no, it's not a tie. Okay. X, formerly known as Twitter, is also up there. Recently, because of the new developments in like music and everything, like more bands have been putting out music and stuff like that, and at least with some bands that have like lore behind them, like I just like seeing other people's ideas on there. I don't like use it for literally anything else, like 21 Pilots and stuff.
No, what social media are you talking about?
X, formerly known as Twitter.
You lost me for a second with the music thing.
Maybe I did.
Oh, no, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It's a very up-to-date social media where I feel like people have to post, like, quick.
But the other thing is,
so
like...
I get, like, musicians using it and stuff.
Oh,
I just feel like...
That's, like, how they... Yeah. That's how they communicate, and it's just how I'm keeping up with it right now.
Like, I get that, but I think for, like...
Like, they posted on Twitter first today, like...
non-celebrity people, I don't understand what you guys tweet. Like, genuinely, like, I'm just...
I don't know.
Like, your thoughts? Like, I don't think anyone needs to know my thoughts. Like, there's some crazy thoughts up here.
It's too much. Like, too much up
I'll
here.
be tweeting a lot if I'm just, like, spitting it out. But, is there, like, a social media you... Oh, shoot, I lost my question. Wait, hold on. I had a good one, too. Is there a social media that you don't feel like should, like, that you don't think as social media, but it is social media?
We had this conversation.
I know, that's why I brought it up.
YouTube.
Fair, yeah.
After we talked about it, I, like, realized your point to it, that it actually, like, is a social media. But when I was, like, a kid and stuff like that, watching, like, O2L and, like, Connor Franta and, like, all these other people on YouTube, I never thought it was, like, social media.
Yeah.
But, I mean, to your point, it is.
Yeah.
I loved YouTube as a kid.
I
loved it.
I was so into, like, the family vlogs. Even though I don't know why, I was not their target audience, but I still watch every episode as if it was a TV show. And, like, I lived for YouTube Rewind back in the day.
I loved YouTube Rewind.
Did you ever go through a British YouTube phase?
No, I stuck to Americans. No, I was trying to think. I thought Tyler Oakley. He's fully American.
He had a lot. He was friends with Zoe Sugg, like Zoe. And
they were in that group, yeah.
Wait, actually, is he Joe Sugg? He might be not Joey. Oh no, I was thinking Joey
Graceffa.
Yeah, I was mixing the two of them up. Like that era was so like iconic. Again, I was actually not a Tyler Oakley fan.
Neither was I.
Wasn't that? I was really into the British YouTubers.
I was really into O2L and like their friend group. Oh my god, like Andrea Russet.
The fact that Charlie Puth sang their song
O2L. Yeah.
I don't think that was the. Sorry.
I think it was.
Okay. JC, he's from Texas.
Tonight we're gonna give them hell for singing O2L.
Yeah, lived for them. They were so silly. I loved Connor.
I still remember like what days they posted.
Yeah, JC and when JC and Caitlyn went separate on themselves.
Yes. When Connor left O2L, I remember where I was.
Oh, I don't remember that much. I know
it was July 7th. It was my sister's birthday.
Oh my god, that's probably why you remembered it.
2015, I want to say. Yes, it was 2015. I was in California.
You were so close to him.
I know. And I got a notification on YouTube. I was so ready. I was so ready for my weekly Connor video. And it's just him like with like the
side clickbait.
Yeah, the thumbnail.
I
don't remember what the title was, but it was like, I don't know, something stupid. And not stupid. It was serious. It was like mental health issues and stuff like that, which is so valid.
I do not remember any of this, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we all had like your own, like you follow like your own, like you became almost obsessed with them. Like you live for, they couldn't do any wrong. Vlogmas, like ate that up.
Yes.
No reason. And now we cringe at it. We're like, ooh, that's something we were into. Like we wanted to do these random DIYs with pencils and hot gluing them to a notebook to decorate.
Bethany Moto was innovative.
There's other one.
RCL Beauty.
That's the one I loved. Her little like make eyeshadow with cocoa beans or like with cocoa powder. And I'm like,
or like make eyeliner with your colored pencils.
That's what I do all the time. That is how I fix. But yeah, no, I was not. I don't think I've ever truly watched Bethany Mona.
Mona?
What's her name?
Moda.
Moda?
Mota. D-T.
T.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I lived for her. And when she was on Dancing with the Stars, forget it.
You and Dancing with the Stars.
Her freestyle, 4+4, it 8.
Oh my god. You're one of those people that just watch Dancing with the Stars when they know a celebrity. I watch it for the dancing. Anyway.
So do I.
That could be another episode.
I watched it for Len Goodman's snarky comments and all the bad dancers. Rest in peace.
Yeah. I digress from the Dancing with the Stars conversation. This is a segue because we're talking about YouTubers. Thoughts on when people do their apology videos? Okay, obviously just a few months ago we had Colleen Ballinger with
I was just gonna bring her up.
Ukulele, like, babes.
Toxic
again, as someone who's like had classes about like PR crisis and stuff, like how to handle them, like what you should do in that scenario, like how to handle.
I never realized they had a whole PR team behind them.
She does, because she's like one of the bigger ones, and her team must have.
Like in 2014, did they have a PR team behind them? Do you think?
Depending how big they are. Like
O2L, did they have a PR team?
Probably not, but I don't know.
You don't think so?
They probably had a manager who was like, help them.
That makes sense.
A PR team's like, I don't know how that works. I'm assuming Colleen, because she does tours and stuff, she probably has a PR team.
That's another thing I don't understand.
Tours?
What are they doing on tour?
Well, her was the stupid, sorry if anyone likes her, but Miranda sings, which I don't think
But
was
she
funny.
did both. Like, it was also her.
I mean, some people do like the interview like style, like where you have people ask you questions or you kind of just
talk. That's not a tour,
it's like,
though.
You ever see the podcasts that have tours?
Yeah, but they're on like that's like a comedian. That's like a John Mulaney going on tour.
No, they sit and talk. They do the podcast live. That's all what it is. Like that's what they're.
Oh yeah, it's like a comedian.
You think we could bring this on tour?
Yeah, we could.
No.
I just don't understand it because I guess I could, but like you have to be really creative as to what you're doing on tour.
Well, because I know. Okay, this is like such a niche. Like, and I don't know if you remember it, but Gabby Hanna. There's a few other. There's also, oh my god, what's his name? I literally love him. Well, I don't remember, but there was a few other, and they did like a lip sync battle apparently on tour. I don't know if you remember this. I just remember watching the vlogs about them, like.
That's so random.
It was like paid from a company. Like it was a company doing it. It honestly might have been what's that one I forget. But anyways, it was like a lip sync battle tour. I don't know.
See, I just associate tour with like
singers.
Music. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I understand, like, because I definitely don't, I've never seen a YouTuber on tour. And then, like, they all went through the book phase where they all had books and they did a book tour.
It was Connor Franta. Lily Singh had a few. No, she had one. I was cleaning my room over winter break.
You found it?
I found all my YouTuber books. I had a book signed by Connor Franta. Do you know what I did with it? Threw it away.
Why would you not sell it?
That's a good point.
Or
I forgot. No. I didn't throw it out.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said that.
Figuratively.
In
your heart, you threw it
donated it. My heart, I threw it out. My 2014-year-old self would have
cried.
Died.
No, it's so crazy what you like valued as a teen, being like, I like the things we watch.
And that book, sorry,
no,
just a side thought.
Yeah.
That was when Black Friday was like,
oh, Black Friday.
Black Friday. And I made my dad get up with me at like 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the Barnes and Noble to get the signed version of his book.
Oh, you didn't even meet him? You did this all just for the signed book?
Yep. Because it was only being sold on Black Friday. I was like, Dad, we have to be there early. And we were there early.
And then you just donated it, so it's gone forever.
Yep.
Wow, I hope whoever has it now enjoys the Connor Francis song. Did you read the book?
Nope.
I feel like I've never heard anyone truly read any YouTuber's book.
I read like 5 chapters.
Was it a biography or was it like an actual book, like non-fiction, fiction? What was it?
It was a biography.
Okay.
That's how he learned his middle name, because his whole thing was how he never shared his middle name. It's Joel.
Whoa. Big news.
Breaking news.
No, but I feel like the YouTubers all like follow lead of like, oh, you wrote a book, I'm gonna write a book, and you're a bestseller, I'm the bestseller. You know, apparently for people who have like, I just got TikTok on this that like, bring up TikTok, but is if like someone's on the bestseller list that they think didn't get it properly, like with just general like sales and stuff, they have like a little cross by their name, so that means they like think it's a little suspicious or something like that. Because there's like, because all you need is, again, criteria. That's why everyone's a bestseller on the New York Times list.
Is it really a bestseller though?
Like, it literally just means it sells a lot, which is fair. But there's some people I'm like, you're telling me that many people in that short amount of time needed that book?
No.
Exactly. But I feel like this is such a silly way, but like we should just, I think that's a good ending. Like talking about
YouTube,
because I feel like that's the ultimate social media, because it has reels now.
I miss when YouTube was like
short.
YouTube
Short. Is that what it's called? Short? Is that the TikTok version?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. One last comment about everything, because I know I said we were like getting towards the end, but I feel like the people that post the same TikTok, the same reel, the same short, and every single social media, and I think I see it 300 times, needs to stop. I need new creative stuff. I get it. Your theories, different audiences seeing it and all that stuff, but still,
everybody has the same social media. Is it really a different audience, though?
As we probably post the same stuff for the podcast.
That's different. You need this for a grade.
I do. Give me that A. But yeah, any last words about social media before we go into our little segments? Any other social medias that we left out? Pinterest. You know what? That's my social media that I feel like no one considers social media as Pinterest.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, but also, did you see? There's like ways that you can make money off of Pinterest if you like make a Pinterest board and people like click your.
No.
Yeah, that's another way you don't really need a real profile. Like I have so many Pinterest boards of random stuff. I haven't used it in a while, but like I'm gonna use it soon because I like need makeup looks for graduation. So like I'm gonna use it for that and hair inspiration.
I have my every girl.
Their wedding.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Mine is still on there. I remember when
atrocious.
I redid it because I was like, everything was light blue.
I haven't redid it. I haven't redone it.
Yeah.
Redone it, and let me tell you, atrocious. Your girl wanted bright pink dresses, but I also like pretty sure I went through. I mean, I still think it'd be cool to have a winter wedding, but I was really into the winter theme. I would not do it.
I'm really into the winter wedding type of thing now.
I mean, I love winter though. I'm like a rare person, I think.
It's better than being roasted outside.
Exactly. But no, everything like the engagement rings I think are all ugly on my Pinterest. Like I have not updated in years.
I love looking at it. Like I looked at my old one. It was like
we have to look at it
big engagement rings that were like Kate Middleton's engagement ring.
If you're watching, I'm gonna screen record both our wedding Pinterest boards that we have because mine is so old and it's. No offense to the people that post it. It definitely was for its time. But now, as I'm getting older, I'm like, this is not in anymore. Like, this is atrocious. And, like, and I'm, like, and I'm on, like, Wedding Talk or, like, all the wedding suggestions. Like, oh, this is what you should do at your wedding. I'm like, I'm not having a wedding anytime soon, but thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But, yeah, so Pinterest is probably my weird, like.
Also, Visco. Were you ever Bisco? I had it in like high school. And I
remember those? The Bisco girls?
Yeah. With the puka shells?
Why did you say puka shell? Like that puka shell? Like really hard the P's.
Puka shell.
Puka. Pookies. Oh my god, Pookie. Random. Now let's just. I feel like we actually.
Who started that?
Ending soon. It's a girl. Her. It's Jet and Pookie. Jet is her husband.
You have brought this up to me. I didn't know it was like.
Yeah.
Is that the kid's name?
They're full-grown adults. Oh yeah. Pookie's a lawyer.
No, you know.
Jet's a lawyer.
No,
Jet's
you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Poot, the kid.
Oh, yeah, that's different. That's a little girl.
Poot is not Pookie.
Pookie is a grown adult woman. And
is that her name?
No. Hi, little Pookie. No. He just goes, Pook is looking absolutely fire tonight.
Pookie looks great.
Like, no, it's fire tonight. They're like super rich. I don't know. Like, they're like, I think she used to be a.
Sorry.
I think she used to be a flight attendant or something. But I think the sound went viral, and then she became like Pookie, and then it's like Pooks, and Pookie's like become a thing.
Pooks.
I don't particularly like that. I think it's a silly trend, and I do like the couple's like super funny to watch because they all do like. But man, they must be so rich. They go on vacation quite often. But yeah, that's Pookie and Jet. Pookie and the Jet. Dun, 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 dun. No, okay. I think that's his name. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I love just random trends that like catch on.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite trend in life?
In life?
Just in general, is there like one that stands out to you that you always remember that you wish was like still existing? Mannequin challenge. Imagine.
Literally.
Dun, dun. I forgot what the song was.
Dun dun dun.
No, you lost.
Dun dun dun.
Oh.
Dun 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 dun.
I think you're a note off or something. If I had to critique you.
Critiquing my music?
Remember, oh my god, the amount of people that did it was so cool. Or
it was our freshman year of high school. How crazy is that?
That's crazy. Or my another favorite is the random high schools that did like a mashup of songs while they run around the hallway. And like, if you did that, I have so many questions for you. Like, they would spend like all day to film it, and it'd be like different students singing, and then it would cut to another two students, and they like keep walking in the hallway.
Nope.
I'll show you later. But yeah.
Oh my god, the Harlem Shake.
I didn't enjoy that one. That was planking. Is that
planking?
Or not planking? I lost the word. Maybe I don't know. Anyways, it's like the one where they would just like lay across anything, big plank, or maybe not plank. I don't know. I have to look it up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or wait, what's another one? No,
I think the Vine trends are always like a classic.
Yeah, I feel like
road work.
Remember Draw Your Life on YouTube? The whiteboard.
Oh my god! And the amount of comments that would like beg them for a Draw My Life.
Yes. Part 2, please.
Part 2. No, because they get to like middle school and then they'll be like, so now I live in California in like a big mansion with all my friends.
Sorry, my foot just kicked up. That was really weird. Sorry, repeat that.
Because it'd be like middle school, they'd finish that and they'd be like, oh, now I live in California with all my friends in a big house.
Yeah. No.
It's like you missed a good chunk of your life.
Yeah. But I was trying
also, do you think the drawings were really them drawing it? Not that I think of it.
I kind of believed everything on the internet back then, so I assume I didn't really.
Maybe.
I haven't.
No AI was back then.
What?
No AI exists. I mean,
True.
maybe it did.
True, taking over. I was trying to think. I thought of another challenge. I lost it. Wait, hold on. Oh, I like the ones that's like the roommate one where it's like there's 4 roommates and they all put their like keys, a chapstick, face.
Yes, I love that
recent one that I really enjoyed. I thought we should do, but now it's past. I hate how quick trends come in and out. It's so annoying.
It must be annoying as a communications.
I mean, it makes it fun because it's like refreshing, but yeah, no,
that's true.
It's brutal because like okay, I used to love we're roommates. We are gonna fight, whatever that like challenge, and then people just did it way too much, and people still do it. And I'm sorry. Move on. That has come and gone. Repetitive. It was funny. I literally did it so early on too, and it didn't get as much traction. But anyways,
and
whatever.
People are still suggesting it.
I know. Let's stop. Let's move on from that trend. Now I'm over that trend.
Moving on.
And on that note, any last things? I know. Again, I said that earlier, but now are we done? Feel like that's everything for now.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot more to talk about.
We hit so much.
We're also not professionals in So, like,
as you're literally getting a degree in not social media, but like
my degree's not. It's in public relations and communications. But yes,
advertising.
I have taken social media courses, so I have.
Are you certified in like
certified freak?
7 days a week?
Not saying the next line. I mean, yeah, they're like fake LinkedIn certifications, so take it.
They're not fake.
Okay. But yeah, so I feel like we touched on like a lot. I feel like there's so much more, and there's probably a lot of social medias we didn't talk about, because we probably just don't use them. But before we end the episode, we gotta do our little segments. And if it's your first time listening, we do these segments for each of us, and we have our own little thing where we talk about something current that we're obsessing with. So, Kat, what is your cat craze at the moment?
Okay, right now, this is new today.
Okay.
It is 21 Pilots. Once again, I'm bringing them up again. They released a new song today, and they announced a tour starting in August. And they are coming to North Carolina. They are coming to America, but they are coming to North Carolina in September, and it works out so perfectly. As of right now, it is a Friday night. It's Friday the 13th, but a little scary. But I'm so excited because I've gone to the last like 2 tours, and they're amazing on tour. And their new song is really good. And it was actually on X, formerly known as Twitter, that I found out what like the meaning of the song was.
Oh.
A lot sadder than I thought it was. But I'm so happy they're back. They're saving 2024 for me. So.
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice.
Kayla, what is your clutch moment of the week?
I did not think ahead of time. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go with the fact that they now have, like, a tall can version of Bubbly. Not sponsored. I don't know if I have to say that. But it's so good. I've just become obsessed with Bubbly because they sell it at our market on campus. I can use dining dollars. And that's just key to success in my life right now because I'm a broke. We just have to pay. We have, like, senior week at our school, and that's basically, like, different events. It's not a week, as the name might make you think.
4 days.
But we had to pay a large sum. So money is tight right now.
Like, we're talking, like, 5 sig figs.
With figs?
Sig figs. Significant figures. It's like the first thing you learn in science class. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Thought you meant, like, figs is in the food.
Nah,
like, oh, okay.
Figures.
For you, mine was 3. Wait. Kat.
After the decimal.
Yeah, but mine still was 3.
What did you...
740.
Even?
Well, 740 something even.
That's
yeah.
5.
7, 9, 5. But after the decimal.
Can you break this down for me? 4. Yes. Now, if you had 1,000.25, how many figures is that?
Oh, is that what 6 figures meant?
Yes.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. But in science, that's how we count significant figures.
Besides the point, it was expensive.
Yeah.
But, so, I'm just going to go with the drink for right now because I could pay in a market for it. So
Don't mind. Nice. I recently found a flavor that I like of that.
Well, I've only really had that one.
If you ever get around to having, this is new, the lemon sorbet flavor.
Oh, what color can is that?
Yellow.
I'll keep my eye out.
It's really good.
That does sound good.
They don't sell it in the market.
Oh.
But Chartwell's is bringing it to admissions events. So.
Oh, is it in the fridge?
No.
Oh, bummer. I'll keep my eye out. Now I'm curious. That does sound good. But yeah, I like the pink one, which I think is.
They also had a Bellini flavor, but there was no alcohol in it.
So what makes it a Bellini? That it's like
as like a peach flavor, yeah.
Nice.
Just call it peach at that point.
So yeah, whatever. Bubbly, love you. I also like your commercial of Bublé, like Michael Bublé, and he changes it to Bublé. Anyways, but yeah, that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to subscribe to our channel on Spotify and on YouTube. And you follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, is where we mostly post. But we do have a Facebook, and we do have an X, formerly known as Twitter. I got it.
Sorry.
Kind of rude. I like put my hand in your
I
face.
got it.
I know, but it's. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Again, I'm your host, Kayla.
I'm your other host, Kat.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.